Welcome to the Wall of Death podcast, your source for all things metalcore, post-hardcore, and anything in the in-between. I'm Kyle, and with me are my two other hosts, Kale and Rhett. Say hi, boys.
Hi, boys.
Howdy, boys.
Man, you guys are good at following directions. Anyway, before we get too into it, we'll do a little bit of an introduction of ourselves and kind of tell our background in just enjoying metalcore and post-hardcore and all of that stuff. For me, it started probably back when I was 4 or 5, and all my dad listened to was Godsmack and Korn and Creed and Linkin Park. And then my first concert was Creed. A year later, Hybrid Theory came out, and I got to see Linkin Park. And then a lot of classic rock and modern rock in the in-between. And then junior high, high school, that's when I got into more of the metalcore scene, post-hardcore scene, where I got to listen to the beginnings of Asking Alexandria, Attack, Escape the Fate with Ronnie Radke, and then all the dramas. He went to jail and then formed Following in Reverse, so got to experience all that in the heyday. And then now I'm old and 33, and I'd say I have a little bit of time listening to the music in the scene that we can probably have a little bit of an opinion on whatever we talk about. So, yeah. Who's next?
I can go.
Go for it.
I actually got into metal later than most people. I didn't really start listening to what we'd call modern metal till college. I grew up with a lot of classic rock, a lot of classic metal my entire life because my dad was big into it. So I think mine was kind of more of an evolution of going from what I was introduced as a kid and grew up with into finding my own taste for music. Which, thanks to one of my good roommates in college, Justin, got to see Veiled Bride freshman year, kind of pushed the love for metal, saw Drowning Pool that year too with Aaron, and it's just kind of skyrocketed from there.
I was there.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
Oh, apparently Kyle was there too. No, you weren't, because who took the pic? Because me and Aaron have a picture with Drowning Pool, and you weren't in the picture.
I took the picture.
Oh, okay. That's why I don't remember you. Anyway, it's just kind of evolved from there to just finding different avenues of metal that I enjoy today.
I feel forgotten. Kale, go ahead.
So, I grew up pretty religious, so I wasn't allowed to listen to metal and all that stuff when I was growing up. But luckily, I had a cool sister when I was in high school, and in 2013, I went to Warped Tour. I don't remember who I saw, but I remember falling in love with the genre. And I was like, I think I was like 16. But I just looked it up actually, who is headlining, and it's actually some of my favorite bands today. It's like Bring Me the Horizon, Sleeping with Sirens. Not Sleeping with Sirens, they're not my favorite, but we're talking about them today. Memphis Mayfire, We Came as Romans. But it's kind of cool to think, like, I started there. I kind of fell off the track, went more country when I joined in the Army, turned into a country boy, and then I fell back in love with metal after my first enlistment. Went to a metal show and kept listening from there on.
Now he's going to move here, and we're going to go to so many concerts together. It's going to be great.
Yeah, you guys are going to see a lot of film of me and Kyle. You don't see me right now, but here's my face, whatever Kyle chooses.
He forgot his camera because he's a loser.
I'm poor.
Anyway, we'll begin with some news from the industry of the past week and kind of even up to today. Rhett's favorite band, Daughtry, as well as Under Oath, announced that they're doing their 20-year anniversary tours. So those are coming out this year. I think.
Oh, my mom's excited.
Hey,
I have nothing against Daughtry. I just don't like his voice. That's a preference.
You
thing.
don't like his voice? He has such a good voice. His more recent stuff has been great. I honestly didn't care about him until like the past 2 3 years.
I feel like Daughtry is a lot like Nickelback. Every song sounds the exact same because their voice is just that cast.
I haven't heard Dodger since like middle school, and you take back whatever you say about Nickelback.
I like Nickelback. I didn't say
Oh.
anything bad. I just said they sound the same in every song. It's like also like
Nickelback-
Creed.
Nickelback gets a lot of hate, and Creed gets a lot of hate. But to be fair, Scott Stapp did go crazy a few times, so it's
What artist doesn't?
I mean, fair. But who were they touring for? I think Atreyu's touring with Under Oath, which they could be kind of cool.
Ooh.
But they got a couple other bands with them that sounded decent. But... And then Daughtry, I honestly didn't look into it. I don't know who he's touring with. But I know some of his more recent stuff's good, and I liked his the feature that he had with Nothing More was really solid. So. But in other news, Rhett's other favorite band, the new Linkin Park, they were the first band to have a female lead headlining the Download Festival in the UK. I know Rhett has some hot takes there, but that's a pretty cool achievement.
I just
Well,
really
that's
loved
great for
Chester.
We all love Chester, but I mean,
I wanted them to change the name of the band. That was my take.
I think it was fine.
I feel like
band
they're
was
just
linked
going
in,
off-
like you lose a member, you don't change the like if you lose a guitarist, you don't change the band name. Like
That's
we
just,
all miss Chester, but
I don't know, like an instrument easy to replace, but like the singer, like the face, is I don't know. I personally would have just changed the name. I feel like they
Yeah,
kept the
it's-
name to help continue selling tickets.
I think it's fine. Plenty of bands lose a singer. Like Icy Stars, they lost a singer. I mean, look at Escape to Fate. They lost Ronnie Radke. Craig Mabbitt came in.
They kicked
they
him
had a
out.
few good albums. Yeah, I mean, they kicked him out. But, I mean, they had a few solid albums. I really enjoyed Craig Mabbitt, Escape to Fate. Some of their newer stuff doesn't hit me as much as it used to, but I think. And then I saw Linkin Park last year with Emily, and I thought they were really good. She performs well live, and I think their new sound it's an evolution of Linkin Park. Is it the Chester Linkin Park? No, it'll never be Chester Linkin Park, but I still think it's earned the right to still be Linkin Park in its own right.
I mean, I do like
But-
her voice a lot. Like, it's cool.
Yeah, she has a
Might
great
listen.
voice. You haven't heard the new Linkin Park stuff?
it hasn't come across my feed yet. Usually, I just go through like my randoms, like either my like music or just whatever pops on randomly, and they haven't really popped up. I'll have to go look at them.
See,
Yeah,
I
they
used
don't-
to
I
be.
mean-
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I used to be and still partially am into League of Legends, especially like the competitive scene, and Linkin Park headlined one of their Worlds events with the song for the tourney. So
That was a really good song too. Some other news from the Download Festival is Architects apparently kept getting interrupted by security, and it really screwed up their playlist. I saw a lot of people mad about that. And there's a huge investigation because people were having sex on a Ferris wheel apparently. So the UK is keeping it wild at Download Fest, and sounds like it was a great time. Another headline that popped up was Hoobastank, who I hadn't heard of since high school, dropped a new single, and it was alright. It's definitely a different sound for them. It sounded more punk than anything. It felt like something I would have heard on like a old Tony Hawk Pro Skater game, and it would have been one of those just obscure songs. I'm like, that's good background music. I have nothing special to say about it other than Hoobastank's back.
that's how I felt about it too. It was
Yeah.
it was a song.
It was a song. It wasn't terrible. I've heard worse, but it was.
Yeah.
Hoobastank's back. Who would have thought in 2026 Hoobastank would drop a single?
The way you put in the notes, I thought Hoobastank was a person, and they were the ones having sex on the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, in the show
I didn't
notes
know
they
that
all
was a
got
band.
the show notes got all jumbled up there. I don't know what happened, Another news: Ice Nine Kills. They're teasing a new album and a new single based on Dead by Daylight. So it looks like they
Oh, I'm
are
so excited for
finally
that.
going into the video game sphere and taking the hints of people want some horror game themed music.
Well, they got to
So
keep
I
up
think
with the
that'll be
horror
cool.
theme. They had their what was it? Silver Screaming or something?
Yeah,
Where
they're
that whole
really into
album
the
that,
Silver
like,
Scream and
they
doing
love
like the movie
doing the
type
horror villains,
horror.
and who else does horror but Dead by Daylight? I mean, why not?
Yeah, I think
It's
it'll be
great
a good
promotion
fit.
for both.
If they can replicate what they did for the Scream movie, I'm all for it. I love that song.
They've had honestly, Ice Nine Kills has had some bangers recently. I love the Joker song that they came out with. Last Laugh, I think it was called. I saw them live last year. They were really good. They put on a good show. They had great openers with the Funeral Portrait. Dude's a showman, and they put on a show outside of music. Just the theatrics on stage. It's pretty fun.
I do not love them, but I think I've seen them the most out of any artist, because with openers and different festivals, I think I've seen them 6 times.
You're probably the biggest Ice Nine Kills fan out of all of us. I think I've only seen them twice.
I haven't even seen them in concert yet. I actually don't really go to concerts. The most recent concert I went to was Sleep Token. That was last
That would
year.
have been cool.
That was awesome. I fucking loved it. But
I've heard.
I'm excited
good
to
things.
move out to Carolina and get some more concerts under my belt.
We have a lot.
We do get a lot.
We get a lot of options here, which is nice because El Paso didn't get much, and Boise would get some every once in a while.
We get some good ones here at Red Rocks, but it's Red Rocks, and I don't want to fucking deal with the traffic and the fucking pain in the ass. I only did it because I love Sleep Token. But
I
other
can't
than
believe you
that,
didn't go see Electric Callboy at Red Rocks because that looked like
Oh,
it was
yeah, you
an
should've done
amazing
that.
show.
I didn't know they were having a show until last minute.
That would have been such a cool
I
show.
try to avoid the Denver area as much as possible
That's
because
fair.
it just sucks. I do enjoy emo nights though, so I don't know if you count that as a concert. It's more of a kind of a
That's like karaoke emo night, right? Because
Well,
they come to Raleigh
it's-
every once in a while.
no. It's like you go into this warehouse, you get up in your old dress, you do your mascara, you get all prettied up, and you just feel old with a bunch of other people screaming the good old songs.
Are you the one wearing the dress?
No, I haven't worn a dress yet, but I did wear skinny jeans. That was not fun. Trying to get my ass in
Skinny
those.
jeans At 32 sounds awful.
I'm not 32 yet, there, bud.
It's not that bad.
Talking about myself.
Yeah, no, it took me and my friend to get in them, but it was a fun time. I had to find the video somewhere.
Your friend was getting in the pants with you, or you?
No, he was helping me get in the
you-
pants.
Ah, okay. Catching up. Another headline from this week is I Prevail is teasing a new release with a cryptic social media post. So we'll see what that is and if it's any good.
Everyone's doing the cryptic. As soon as Sleep Token did it, everyone's just like, I'm gonna do the cryptic shit.
Everyone's got to do it. Maybe our the Raleigh weatherman, hey, maybe he'll be a part of something soon. You never know.
Gotta
He
love him.
helped out Sleep Token, and maybe he'll help out someone else at some point.
Maybe he
but yeah,
is Sleep Token.
maybe he's Vessel. You never know.
Maybe
Never
that'd be
seen him in the same room with him.
that'd be insane.
But yeah, new I Prevail's coming. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully they find their sound without Brian. But last album had a couple of decent songs, but wasn't my favorite overall.
No, I feel like they lost a lot of their soul. Losing, well, I guess kicking out Brian is what it came out to be more so.
Yeah.
And I feel like the two just are worse for off being separate.
See, Brian, the Scatterbrain stuff isn't bad, but they were so much better together. Like the two styles just meshed just so perfectly, and so
Yeah.
sad days. But hey, they lost a singer and they're still I Prevail, so proof in point that you can still be the same band. Even though I think their bassist now does a lot of the Brian's old vocals. And he sounds pretty good, but it's just not the same.
Just don't like Eric singing and not screaming that much.
Yeah, he has such a good screaming voice though.
Mm-hmm.
His clean singing isn't bad. It's just not something I would go for.
I would want to see it live because it sounds almost too produced to be real.
Yeah, like over processed.
Yeah.
I get that. In other news, I think today Metallica freaked out their whole fan base. They changed their social media logo, and all their fans were freaking out, thinking that they're going to drop something new. And they quickly replied, "We just updated our social media, so we'll see. Maybe there's new Metallica on the way." And I don't know. I honestly haven't listened to a single bit of any of their new stuff, but
Anytime I try to
just don't
search up
keep with
Metallica, it's just the old stuff that comes up, and that's what plays.
It's always the old stuff, yeah. And then I like Metallica. They're one of the greatest. But holy crap, does local rock radio overplay Metallica so much? So much. I can't go 10 minutes without hearing a Metallica song. And it's just, there's so much more out there. Please. I get it. They're great. So many people love Metallica. But you can play something else.
They also
Sing
went
on
the
radio.
oh, sorry.
There you go. What's up?
I was gonna say they also went the full Taylor Swift with how they sell tickets now, having it be a whole event, and it costs a bajillion dollars.
Ah, jeez. Yeah, no thanks. Not worth it. Not worth it. But anyway, that's the news from this week. Nothing. Little bit of excitement to wet or whistle, but let's get into what's banging in our own playlist. What are you guys listening to right now? What's crossing the feeds?
Right, you want to go first?
Sure. So recently I've been listening to a decent amount of things, but some tracks that have stood out to me would probably be Pure Ecstasy by Beartooth on their new album. As much as me and Kyle are trying to read into the meaning behind the song with some of the news coming out from Caleb, I really can't pick up too much. That's not really my thing, though, to deep dive into songs like that. It's more the Swifties out there.
Yeah,
but
Swifties.
Like, I'm a big proponent of mixing the screaming and the clean vocals. That's kind of like my genre of metal that I enjoy. So I just thought it had a very good vibe. And another thing I'm listening to right now is Feel Like Home by Hollywood Undead. I really like when bands that aren't really known for acoustics release acoustics. Mm-hmm. And Hollywood Undead being kind of, some people don't even classify them as metal. Some will just say they're a rap group. It feels good. I like Hollywood Undead because a lot of their new stuff is kind of uplifting, but in a depressed way. So they're acknowledging the depression, but saying, like, we're all in it together, sort of vibes, which just gels with my soul.
Sad music.
I just keep thinking of their song Bullet. And that's what pops in. It's like happy but sad. It's just like that song, truly horrifying, but
but such a banger.
Oh, it's such a good song.
And then they put out fun stuff like the stuff they're known for, like back in the day. Like my friend Austin, who's Mormon, grew up Mormon his whole life, but he knows some Hollywood Undead. I'm like, what are you singing when the song's on in like a bar? And I'm like, yeah, you know this song? It's like, yeah, but you're a Mormon. Like, yeah, everyone knows this song though. I'm like, okay.
Dude, Everywhere I Go comes on, and I turn into the worst person you'll ever meet for like the next 3 minutes. It's such a good song.
And then a song that I didn't initially love at first by Electric Callboy is their new single, Let the Good Times Roll with Offspring. It does kind of fall into that happier trend, but I will say Electric Callboy is probably my rule breaker into not really loving happy metal, as I call it. I love Electric Callboy. I was texting Abby at that concert. We just went to see them. I'm like, this is my Beatles. Like, anytime they're in America, I want to see this band. I want to go across to Europe to see them. And even though I do love the Offspring, and even though they're kind of older now, I thought it vibed well with electric callboy feel and not having to lean too much into Offspring having to strain themselves with the vocals that they really can't do anymore.
Yeah. I thought it was a really good song. Since you said you were listening to it a lot, I've kind of tuned into it a little bit more, and that's a solid one. I've been enjoying that. Most of their collabs have been really solid.
Oh, they're collecting all the big name collabs.
Yeah.
They're
The
like
Sum
the
41 one was great. The Offspring one was great. Honestly, the Baby Metal one's still one of my favorites. Like,
Baby Metal is just fantastic wherever they go.
they really are. They're coming to Raleigh. I want to see them.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta get there.
They're coming.
I gotta move there.
I think
I
October
have
is
some-
when they're going to be here.
I have some hiccup in my plans about getting there, so we have to talk about that later.
Oh no. It's all right. What's your singles you got, or what's banging in your playlist?
So banging in my playlist, always number one is gonna be a Sleep Token song. So Damocles has been it for the past like 2 years since it came out.
Yeah.
So like
It's a
almost
solid
daily
song.
listen to Damocles. Is just the drums in that song, the singing, the melody. I love like melodic metal. It's really fun.
Yeah.
It's really good. They really like it. It's a unique take on metal and like emotion, and it's just a cool story to get into. And I'm a huge conspiracy person. We're not gonna get into that, but the way they do the whole cryptic stuff, it's just in like the messages in their song, and I really do love Sleep Token and all that stuff. Damocles is a great message. Closing In by Blood Rage is a newer song I found, but really gets me going. Of course, Slaughter Prevail, Russian Grizzly in America. Something about his like screams and growls are just, it's not
It's
human,
so good.
and it's so good.
Have you seen the where he
Um,
like tells everyone to be quiet and he just screams, and you
Yeah.
can hear him from like the back of the venue?
I think
it's-
someone recorded it, like hearing him outside the venue
it is
from like
insane.
long ago. I can't remember what. I think it was in
I didn't
Russia.
realize that's who it was, but when I was standing in line to get my ticket or whatever, my wristband, I was in line for something at Blue Ridge, and him and some other guy was just like walking around and like screaming with people in line. Had no idea that's who it was, but it was like, oh, that's the guy from Slaughter to Royal. And so I got to say hi to him for a little bit, but I didn't know who he was at the time. And so
That'd be
now
so
they've gotten a lot bigger since then, and looking back, I'm like, I should have.
It's always cool to
should've
see your
went for
smaller
that one.
bands get big.
Yeah. Before they get big, it's really cool.
Oh, who is that? Dexter and the Moonrocks. That's really cool to see their progression. Like going from like a TikTok where it's just like a wall of these like, okay, here's some alt baddies, and now they're touring the country doing doing music. Like the dude's just like, here's girls I think would listen to my music, and it's just a wall of these alt. I don't know why I'm like doing hands at the wall. But they literally were just a TikTok page, and they had like one song, and they were doing jobs, and then all of a sudden now they're just touring everywhere, and it's awesome to see. But
cool.
another one is Light Like You by Arrows in Action.
Man,
Really good song.
I just finally dove into Arrows in Action this week, and that song is a banger. I'm enjoying that one.
Oh, it is. It gets me pumped up. Whenever I have to go do social interactions with anybody, I'll like play that right before I get there, and I'll just start screaming the song before I have to go actually talk to real people.
You just want some glitter on your cheek, let's be real.
Fuck yeah, I want to be the prettiest girl in the bar. Not what the song's about, but anyways.
No, not at all. Anyway, on my playlist, and I know I've talked about it a lot to you guys, but I've been on a huge Bill Murray kick this year. The home team this year, so a lot of the happy, almost smutty rock, and I don't know. Bill Murray's a little more like sad Ohio boy rock, and I don't know. I relate to it so much, and I just love it. I went to go see him instead of walking at graduation. I went to go see Bill Murray, and best decision I've ever made because I got to see the home team and him, and it was a stellar concert. They have a great vibe. But those two are on a lot of my playlists. But specific songs, I've been listening to "Say This Sober" by Archers, which terrible message to the song, but it's a banger. It's really catchy, and it's all about literally just using a girl for her body, and it's not uplifting at all. But it's as far as a song, it's a great vibe.
That's how they get you.
And then 2 Liter Spite by Point North. I pretty much almost love anything by Point North, but if this is like a road rage, like enjoy just not liking the people around you type song. I like me some 2 Liter Spite right now.
I just
And
heard that
then-
like a month ago. Like that came across my playlist like a month ago.
Yeah, it's so good. I love me
It
some
is-
Point North.
Oh,
Point North is
road
great.
rage to the max. Fuck everyone on the road. Are we cussing in this? Are we allowed to cuss in this?
Yeah,
That's fine.
Okay.
it's a metal podcast.
It's a metal podcast.
Am I gonna get censored?
No,
By who?
You just don't have a face right now. You're already censored.
Haha.
Haha, you got around it. And then I've been getting into Rain City Drive a lot. Turns out I like a lot of their songs. And right now, Medicate Me has been crossing the playlist a lot. And then Concrete Closure just popped up, and that one's been a banger
familiar.
that I'm enjoying. I don't know how new of a band they are, but the album that I've pulled a few of these songs are from like 2022, 2023.
Oh,
I
I
feel
do
like
have
they're
Rain
fairly
City.
newer, but they've been really solid, and I think they're turning into a band that I wouldn't mind seeing in concert if they
Cutting
come
It Close
around.
is really good. If you haven't heard that one.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Cutting It Close.
Yeah, keep singing.
Oh yeah,
for us.
you'll have to bleep that because I don't know if we can sing. I don't get copyright for that.
I
as
don't
long
think
as
they're
you
gonna
don't-
catch you on 3
They're not
words.
gonna catch that. And then I've gotten
Years on the line, they're coming back.
I hadn't listened to them in a long time, but I started getting back into Emerosa, and their newer one, Good Enough, has been hitting the playlist a lot. I've been enjoying that, so I definitely recommend those few songs. They've been solid for me. Hopefully, they're solid for anyone listening. But outside of that, any new bands pop up on your radar? Like specifically new bands, or just ones that you thought you hated, Rhett, and now all of
Hate
a sudden you love?
is the wrong word. First off,
How can you hate a band?
that's my thing. I do not hate anyone's music except for Taylor Swift. I hate her, and it's my wife's fault. But that's a
What's
different.
wrong with Tweet Swizzle?
That's a
Now
total.
we're gonna
That's
get
a much too
canceled
long.
by
That's a
the
way too much of a
Swifties.
tangent.
You just killed this
Go into.
podcast on the first episode. All the Swifties are gonna shut us down.
Yeah, because they're gonna be listening to this podcast. Okay. No, I don't hate music. I am a big proponent of you like what you like. That doesn't mean I have to like what you like. I'm not gonna hate on what you like, but I'm just gonna tell you it's not for me. So, like, to break your heart, Kale, I like how Sleep Token dresses. I don't like their music.
I just don't understand that. It's just I don't know. But it's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about new music. We'll have another segment where it's arguing with Kale later.
That's okay. I don't like Bill Murray, and Kyle yells at me all the time about that too.
I thought Bill Murray was a fucking comedian.
Right?
He's a comedian.
Right?
He got his name from Bill Murray. It's just spelled different.
Oh.
To what Kyle was alluding to, this year for me has been revisiting a lot of bands that I didn't necessarily love,
I hate
and then getting into them due to I do a lot of the Spotify Smart Shuffle, so it just starts offering you songs to when you're listening to things, and that has added a lot of Architects and Bad Omens to my playlist. So Architects is probably less of a one that Kyle would be mad at. I've never disliked Architects. I've only liked one or two of their songs. It's kind of been not something I've been into. But when Kyle was going into the album they released last year, 2 years ago, whenever it was,
So good. It was 25. Yeah.
yeah, he's correct. It is a very, very good album, and
Should have been
it just
album of the year, but Sleep Token took it.
it kind of just took releasing it to again
Deservedly.
randomly to get into Architects. Bad Omens, I kind of lump, like you were saying, Kale, melodic metal as kind of like a new trend that's kind of coming out. Like happy metal and melodic metal is kind of on
Yeah,
the
it's like
uprise.
It's a lot of like orchestrative like work in collab with metal, and like a lot of metal people are realizing, oh, we can have like orchestrative music also with guitar riffs and hard drums, and it's just like it's more it I don't know, it like brings it out more. It's like the Ratatouille moment where you take like the metal and the orchestra and you put it together and it's the colors and the sensation. And some people are like the fat rat where they're just like, it's just food. And it's just like, no.
That's how I feel about Imminence.
That was like such a good metaphor.
It was a great
that,
announcement.
It's true. Some people are just like the fat rat where they're just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that is why I didn't initially like Bad Omens, being kind of more melodic in their new stuff and less screaming. So last year, I'm not a huge fan, except for maybe Spectre on this album. But now listening to more of their older stuff, I've really starting to vibe with Bad Omens, and just kind of getting to dig more into Noah.
So good.
Could have gone to that concert, Brett.
I do regret not going to that concert now, but it took 3 months to start listening to them.
That's why you just like when you get recommended music, you should just honestly, if you get recommended music, it should be like if you're in the car, if you're just like just doing something, just put it on. It doesn't hurt. You just get like 2 minutes, you're just like whatever. Where you can find something you love. I don't know. It's just like sometimes it happens. Like that's why with me and Sleep Token, I was literally laying it like I was in an old relationship, and I was on TikTok and our song came up and I was just listening to it and she's like, you know it's a band, right? I was just like, well yeah, it's a band. Like, do you know who it is? I'm like, no, I have no idea who it is. And she's like, oh, their name's Sleep Token. They're like kind of popping up and they're new. And I was just like, oh, what? And now I'm a fangirl.
I think I almost go too overboard. So like when Kyle says this band's good, or Aaron, or anyone, for metal music, I will then go listen to their entire discography in like a day, and then I'll find like the one to multiple songs that I like from them, and then sometimes I'll just be like, I listened to too much of this, and now I don't like this, and I've wasted my entire day, which might ruin how listening to, where with the smart shuffle, it's like you hear one-offs while you're vibing to stuff you already know you like, so it kind of gives you a new perspective.
That's fair. But like, I don't know. Like for me, I like when Sleep Token came out with their new album. I really need to get off this topic. Sleep Token. When they came out with their new album.
Sleep Token train.
Well, I really am. But like when they're new, this is almost like relevance. I can like. You guys keep saying things where like Sleep Token becomes relevant, but I can make it relevant to anything. But when the new album came out, like that's what I listened to for like a week straight. Was just that, but I also had like audiobooks to break it up because I also do this on audiobooks if I have a longer drive to happen. But if I'm working or like doing something, it's just I would just blast Sleep Token. I remember my coworkers fucking hated me for it because they'd just be like, all right, I won't like put on their Bluetooth and we'd all make music, but then whenever what Sleep Token song came on, they would just look at me. And it's like, this played 5 times already. I'm like, I know, but I like it.
They have more songs.
Yeah. Here, let's go
Granted,
this
they're all
album.
like 7 minutes, but
So good, though. So
Red loves a
good.
good 7-minute song.
Okay. To briefly just
Sorry,
preface this, and then maybe let you shuffle to songs that you're like, your bands you're into right now, Kayla, the new ones. Sleep Token is hard for me because I feel like in every song it's 7 minutes, and it's like shifting directions instead of being kind of one theme throughout.
Yeah.
And I would rather them be multiple 3 to 4 minute songs. And then I don't think they scream enough for me. Because when they do scream, it's really good. But it's always like at the end of the song. And it's like I waited all this time. And now you're screaming and now the song's over.
It's called a build-up.
I don't need that much build-up. I don't need that much foreplay.
Aren't a few pages. They're like huge, like chapters long. You got to get through it.
Oh, I'm an avid reader.
Yeah. What's a good book? The longer ones. Like honestly, Harry Potter, 800 pages. Dr. Seuss, like 5.
I mean, some people would say those are both masterpieces. Depends on your audience.
Fair enough. But I'll stop talking about them. But so are those all the guys you've listened to that have just kind of popped up?
Yeah, those are kind of my new bands right now,
All right.
quote unquote.
All right. So, new songs that have popped up for me. Flesh by Elizabeth Rose kind of popped up. She's
That
very
didn't ring
good.
a
I
bell
mean,
for
huh?
me at all. That didn't ring a bell for me at all. So I'm gonna have to look her up after this.
She's a good voice, good like music. I'll have to look more into it and listen to it more. But like, I literally heard her like I think today, and so I don't have much to say. But I've been listening to a lot of female artists recently because me and Kyle were talking about Vana earlier because she's going to Raleigh for
She's
his
coming to Raleigh for my
birthday.
birthday, and I want to go see her.
So we're gonna go see her and wear huge T-shirts that say "Say Happy Birthday" or whatever.
It's my
Uh,
birthday.
it's my birthday.
It's my birthday.
Um, that also brings up like Honey Revenge. She's not really like I wouldn't say metal. She's more pop punk on the more poppier side. But Run Your Mouth is pretty good. It's catchy.
To add it to the
Uh,
playlist.
I actually
I'm
looked
about
up
to.
everything you guys put like to practice for this podcast.
Who do you?
I can talk about music for so long. I love music. I wish I could just share my playlist on the screen because you
That's
saw
why
it,
we're
you'd be
doing
like,
this
"What the
podcast.
fuck?" Um, our last night, they're I know they're pretty popular. I've recently started listening to them. There's a song called "I Love It," like squared, not squared, 3 times. I love it. I love it. I love it.
See, I love
That
their
was pretty good.
covers. I'm not a huge fan of their actual like original songs.
I would
It
say they
is.
are way more well known for their covers.
Yeah,
But
they
they
are.
also get
And
a
I
lot
mean,
of
they
shit
know
for
their
that.
niche.
Well,
Yeah.
so does
I
Rain
mean,
Paris, but
their
just
new
some
Kelly
pretty
Clarkson
songs.
cover was really good.
Oh yeah, I just heard that. But that's really it. I mean, yeah, that's really it that came up. The rest of the music I kind of found was not metal at all.
That happens.
I listen to everything. Like I have orchestra music on here and shit. So
Yeah, yeah. It's good to change it up every once in a while. Yeah. So for me specifically, Off Spec popped up, and I think it was because I created our TikTok, and it got very metalcore centric very fast on the reels. And they popped up as another female-led band, and she's got really good clean vocals, and her screams are really good.
who'd you
They only
say?
have Off Spec,
Okay.
but they only had like 5 songs out, and 2 of them were collabs. But their more recent one was Broken, and it was for a newer band, for it to be a new single, it was a really good song. It's been in my playlist quite a bit this week in prepping for this, and I think they have potential. I think that band has a chance to go somewhere if they kind of keep up with the momentum from this last song they just dropped. So
I feel like any band has potential. Like if you have like a want to do music or be in that area, you have potential to do it. You just have to like push yourself and get out of like a comfort zone of being public and being like in front of people and just
oh yeah,
keep making
I could never
music.
do it.
And even if it sucks, throw it out there. There's some like bands that like they like Dexter and the Moonrocks when they first came out. I didn't like their song at all, but they have some pretty good songs now, and it's incredible.
Yeah.
But yeah, just
Well, yeah, I
keep like,
mean, even the Home Team, they were like just a local band for like 8 years, and then TikTok helped them blow up. So they could, I mean,
if you can make a
even
good soundbite,
yeah,
You'll
if you
blow
make
up.
a good soundbite, you can blow up in today's culture. And it turns out their songs were good, so at
I
least
love
to
listening
some of us. But
well done, team.
let's transition to our first ever review segment, even though it sounds like we've been critiquing everything we said the last 40 minutes already. So maybe the whole vibe's just pure review and critiquing
We'll work on it. Don't
everything.
worry.
Well,
We'll get
no,
this
we
down.
won't. We're judgmental people. We all have our opinions, and we're gonna air them out. That's why the people are here. Anyway, we listened to 3 new singles that were dropped this past week. One even got dropped on the day of this recording, but the first one we'll cover is Blood Pact by Fit for a King. How'd you guys feel about it?
I personally like it's a good song. I wasn't really into it. Like I got home and I watched the music video, and I couldn't tell if they're singing about the hero or the villain at all, and I was so confused. But it was just they were screaming the entire time. Like I feel like it's metal. It should be screamy. Screamy is good, but there has to be some coherence of the words.
Yeah.
I'm also part deaf, so that might not help at all.
No, I kind of felt that way. It felt a little jumbled. It wasn't my favorite Fit for a King song. There's a few of them that I enjoy, but that one, the the beginning was good, and then it got to the verses, and it didn't really vibe with me very much. I think the ending breakdown was pretty decent, but other than that, it just
Mhm.
not my favorite.
If you like screamy music, go for it. But oh, sorry.
Yeah, if you like pure screaming metalcore, go for it. And I mean, there's a time and a place for it, and some of it just sounds great, but that one just wasn't my vibe.
I am not in the camp of all screaming either. Um, I like a mix of clean and screaming, but what I would say about this song, because it did grow on me because I listened to it a couple times, it had really good pacing, which is like a weird thing to look into a song for, because the opening guitar gets you that energy like this is going to go fast. And then it switches between tones of the screaming, which I did like. And then at the very end, we get the slowdown where it comes to like all together. And I just thought that the song had very good pacing, and I would listen to it every now and then. But
I can see that. Yeah.
I feel like it's a good gym song, honestly. Like if you're like doing something like where you need that high
Oh
energy
yeah.
and you need to be like angry, it's really good for that. And like you're right to bring up the pacing. The pacing is good because it is supposed to be like a battle song, kind of. Where like the battle's hectic, but like as the battle calms down, it's like slowing down. So they did a really good pace job there. I'm really glad you brought that up, actually.
Yeah. I mean, definitely a good workout song if you need it. But probably a good mosh song. I mean,
oh,
I
that
bet.
sounds
Oh,
I
like
bet
probably.
this is,
I could not
I bet.
imagine those mosh
I
pits.
bet this one would be great for live concert. Getting the people throwing some fists and some get some spin kicks going and wreck punched in the face. It'll be a good time.
I always like am terrified of the pit. I always have to make sure I have like medicine in the car for when like after because I'm getting
I
up there and like my body hurts already
You got
thinking
a
about going to a
pregame.
concert.
You got a pregame ibuprofen.
And that Pedialyte, you got a Pedialyte, ibuprofen, gotta be
We're old
ready.
now.
I'm banned from moshing. It's the only way my wife lets me go to concerts anymore, um, due to the scar above my right eye.
Oh, you gotta get more. You can't just have one scar.
Yeah, chicks love scars.
I want to get a scar. Well, you're married, so yeah. Maybe not.
My wife did not like the scar.
See, I feel like if I got hit in the head, I'm just going down.
Oh, I went
That's
down.
it.
I was unconscious for like 10 seconds.
That's another thing about
Yeah.
love about metal concerts is if someone does go down, they will stop the show. Like that's happened like to two concerts I've been to where
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like someone like has like a heat stroke or like passes out or something, and the band like stops and everyone just like makes a circle and takes care of their person.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't
that's a
want
very
anyone
big
to
metal
die.
culture.
This isn't Travis Scott.
Jesus. Now we got the Swifties and the Scotties after us. Jesus.
Attacking two genres today. The other song we listened to this week was "The Sword That Never Bends" by Eminence. I actually really like this song, but what do you guys think?
I love Imminence. Um, Imminence for me is Sleep Token to Kale. Um, I love the strings and the orchestrals mixed with the clean vocals and the screaming. Um, when you first introduced me to the band, I this is one of the occasions where I did go through their entire discography and liked majority of it right off the bat, and then it just happened to be that they started getting popularity when we got into them, and then we got to see them live, which was amazing.
It was a good
This
show.
is not my favorite song by them. I think he has such an amazing voice, and it's not as showcased in this song. This does maybe lean a little bit into kind of like that mantra zen, not zen, synthetic sort of vibes. where it kind of is just like something you can put on and listen to in the background. But I did watch the music video because you said it does help the song a lot, and it to me it did make the song a bit better.
Yeah.
For me personally, it's a good song. It's just not my favorite Imminence, and I have pretty high standards for them since I really love them.
Yeah. I think that's fair. Kale, what do you think about it?
I too watched this with the music video right after Blood Pack. I didn't like the music video,
Really?
and wasn't a big fan of the song. It seemed too. I don't know. Like, if I listen to the song by itself, maybe it would be good. But like with the music video, it seemed too like. How do I put it? I don't know. It's a Sleep Token wannabe.
Oh gosh.
It didn't mash them together. It didn't. I couldn't sense it like a in tuneness with the orchestral and the guitar and the like drums. It seemed like they were playing two different songs that they put over each other.
Interesting.
I would say you should look into other Imminence songs.
I haven't heard of Imminent, so I have to look more into them. But
They
that for
have
me,
some bangers.
it was
If-
cheesy.
If
Why
you
would
like
a knight
the,
be in that lowly village? I don't understand. But that's just
if you like the melodic metal, I think you would really like Eminence if you dove a little deeper into them.
I would say more so if you like the orchestral metal. They're big on strings.
So good.
I'll have
Like
to go
the
look at
violin
more
is
songs.
amazing. But I think that's why I like the song more than a lot of others. It's not their best song, as I lose my voice. But I liked how it showcased his voice a little bit more and the screaming, and then it brought in the violin towards the end, and I thought it hit in a moment that was without the video was just the right timing in the song, and so I meshed with it really well, and I enjoyed it.
Imminence is also a good example of a band that has been around for longer than most people think. They started, I think, in '09, and they're just kind of now getting into their popularity with U.S.
Sometimes it
tours.
takes a long
Because they're
time.
from Sweden.
Yeah. Sweden, yeah.
yeah. It's another case you just got to keep going. Got to keep pushing it if you want it to make the dream.
Push it to get the dream going, guys. And that leads us to our third single, one that released today. Rest in Peace, or R.I.P. by Motionless White, featuring Skylar Grey.
I didn't listen to the song.
You said it
You
was
commented on it
What?
in our group chat.
I did?
You said it was mid.
Oh yeah, no, I was just fucking with you.
Oh.
Well, anyway, I actually did think it was kind of mid. It wasn't my favorite Motionless in White song. It got better towards the end. The Skylar Grey part was fine, but it didn't add a whole lot to the song. Yeah, it just kind of sounded like a tame Motionless in White song. Is alright. I feel like it'd be a good breakup song, or like someone dying song. It didn't vibe with me. It was alright.
I'll have to listen to it, but my memory of Motionless in White is ripping cigs in the middle of nowhere, just waiting and listening to them ripping cigs. And it was just, you felt pumped up. You were like, let's fucking go. Let's do this. Like, again, this is back when I was in the army. I was like a lowly private. I was just like, let's go. That's my thought of Motionless White.
Oh, yeah. The song they released before this single was really good.
Was
this
really good.
This one, I'm not a huge fan of.
I like this song a lot.
Really?
I will say Skylar Grey did what Skylar Grey does in most of her collabs. She sings like 5 words and then she disappears off the entire track for whatever reason, even though she has a very nice voice. It's just kind of what she does when she features.
She leaves you craving more. You're just like, I want more.
No, you're not wrong there. To me, this was almost like an encapsulation of the evolution of Motionless in White. Chris Motionless is getting old. He is in his I think he's 40s now. He's starting to lose some of his pipes and his screaming ability, which is sad.
It is.
But listening to old Motionless in Life, where it's like emo and it has that kind of dark love story-esque vibes. And then this was kind of like this is dark romance tones to it. I also like how Motion White uses big words. They throw like a lot of big words into their music. I know it's a weird thing to touch on, but as someone who likes words and English and reading, I appreciate that. I'd say my least favorite part of this song was the chorus.
That was my favorite part.
But I thought he got to showcase his vocals and kind of in a grown-up, Motionless in White way from where they've come. But I also agree that Skylar Grey should have sang more. Like,
now I gotta listen.
Yeah, she just, like you said, she just disappeared. I was just like, I don't, why have the feature? But like you said, she does that in other stuff too, which is
yeah. I was hoping she would do more of what McKenna did with the Ice Nine song, where it was just like tying together the two. But no, she just fully disappears.
Yeah, so it was a little disappointing, but at least someone liked it, and I'm sure a lot of Motionless in White fans enjoyed the new release today. So, but we'll get into the second part of our reviews, which is a full album reviews, because Sleeping with Sirens dropped a new album this week, and we all listened to it, and we all enjoyed it greatly. Right, guys?
I have two songs from it that I
Yes!
liked. What?
I agree with you 100% here. Sorry.
Wait, do you only like two songs or?
Yes.
Okay, let's see if I get this right. Oh god. All right, so I liked. Okay, hear me out. I liked "Need You Here" and "House of Matches."
See, I couldn't even tell you what those songs were. And I listened to this 3 times.
The new album.
All right, I'm going into this because I am a Kellen Quinn fan, and I love Sleeping with Sirens in high school. So this, for me, this album was a little bit more of a return to those roots. Not 100% by any means, but it was closer. The 2 singles that were released, and Ending in Itself and Forever Always, I actually really liked those. I thought they were good singles for them to release off the album. Ultimately, Paralyzed was my favorite, but it was also their heaviest song. And I think that kind of speaks more of, I really want Kellen to scream more. Because he has a good screaming voice, and a little less of just the nice vocals. There was one more that I really left, I think, or I really liked. I enjoyed God in My Head. That one was kind of like a vibe when I'm like out on a walk. It's kind of a nice one to pop up in the playlist. But overall, like I get the sentiment of it wasn't great. There were a lot of songs on this album. This album was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be when they released it. And there was a moment when listening to it, I was like, is this album over yet? It's decent. I wouldn't say it's terrible by any means, but it's decent for an older Sleeping with Sirens band at this point.
My favorite songs from this were Paralyzed and God in My Head. I listened to this, I think, 3 times. I definitely got the vibes of Can This Be Over? I'm tired of listening to this. I like Kellen Quinn when he features on, I'm not a huge Sleeping with Sirens fan, I'll admit that. And the Sleeping with Sirens I do like is his really dark, suicide songs. About not killing yourself. Because that just really emanates with my depressed soul. So I felt like this is an album you could just put on for a drive or a trip and have it be in the background going and be fine with that.
Yeah.
But after listening to it 3 times, I really could not tell you anything that is standing out to me, just not because I don't want to, just because it was not memorable for me at all.
Yeah, there wasn't like a huge standout song.
doesn't really get you to like want to like jump up and sing the song. Also, like that's what I also look for a lot in music. Is just like, can I belt this out or scream whisper
Yeah. Scream
in the
whisper.
car? We all do it. We all know.
I actually
No,
like,
Kyle
sleep in the
screams
car.
actually.
And then my watch tells me, it's like, hey, you're in a loud environment right now. And then I tell my watch to shut up, and then my ears hurt by
Of
the
course I
time
am.
I
I'm
get to
happy.
work. But yeah, I get that vibe too. Like there wasn't a single song where I was like, yeah, I remember the lyrics. I don't remember a single lyric from this album. There were a few songs that I vibed with and enjoyed, but there wasn't that big song of like, this made the album.
Yeah, I have the songs marked down of what I like, which ones I liked. Can't remember how they go. But I knew I liked them when I heard them.
I'm in the same boat. I'm just like, yeah, if I heard it, I'd know what it is. But right now,
I mean,
couldn't.
I'm going to listen to it again, but
I've listened to the album like Rhett 3 times, and I couldn't.
I hope I don't
I
have to
wouldn't
listen
be
to
able
this
to
one
do
again. It won't be-
Some of the songs will be in the playlist, so whether you like it or not. But
we're gonna get some hate because I feel like there's gonna be some diehard fans out there. Like the good band, great band. They
they're a good
have
band.
like
I love them.
we all have our own separate music tastes. Even
went-
me and Rhett.
I've seen Sleeping in Sirens in
Oh.
concert 3
Yeah.
times, I think.
I've seen
3 or
him
4 times.
twice.
And I mean, they put on a great show. He's great live. They have some really good songs.
The last
gets
time
kicked in
was
the head
a
every
little
time
bit
it goes.
rough.
But I mean, as someone that loves Sleeping with Sirens, I can't say that this is an amazing album. I'll say it's an okay album. I would probably put this as like a 6 out of 10 for myself. There's just nothing super memorable about it. There's some decent singles that I'll probably forget about in a year, and then it'll pop back up, and I'll be like, oh, I remember that song. I mean, that's just the realness of it.
Love the band name though. It's a great band name.
It's just because you want to sleep with a siren.
I have.
You're still alive, so I don't think you did.
Yeah, they eat the sailors.
I don't know. They call. That's a story for a different time. There's a reason why she called herself a siren. And
Because now I have more stuff to cut out.
yeah.
All right, so we'll move into our next portion, which will kind of discuss a topic. We're going to bring a little topic to talk about each week, but the one that we're going to talk about is pretty basic. But let's talk about crowd surfing etiquette. Is there an etiquette? Is there any boundaries? Well, what's your take on crowd surfing? Because I know you both have, or at least Rhett. I know Rhett's got some experience with the receiving end of crowd surfing. I have too, so I've definitely got some opinions on it. But I want to hear your
I've done-
thoughts.
Let's have Rhett go first. I've had both experiences, so
Okay. Crowd surfing, if there is no etiquette, it better fucking should have some. Because holy fuck. Alluding to our Sleeping in Sirens, when we went to Blue Ridge, we went to that
R.I.P.
show to kind of just a filler band that we all kind of like, while we're waiting for a show that we actually want to see. And we're like, it'll be a little
wanted to
bit
see
more
them.
chill. Well, okay, you wanted to see it. Me and Aaron didn't care really that much. But we thought, Sleeping in Sirens a little bit more chill. There's not the heaviest of bands. And then, as soon as they start, Kellen starts to get on stage. He starts screaming. Moshing pops up to the right. And then he said, let's get some crowd surfing going. Now, I've been to a decent amount of shows with crowd surfing, and it's never been an issue. At this particular, I got kicked in the head at least 7 times, and I think I got a concussion
how?
because people were not going full angel, letting the crowd actually carry them. They're flailing and trying to swim through the crowd. I don't know what the fuck they're trying to do.
Why would you do what?
But I got kicked so many times that I had to sit down because I'm like, my head hurts right now.
Well, second of all, how would you not see them coming towards you?
Because this show was at night.
Oh.
So it was kind of
Maybe at
dark.
night, you just have some kind of buoy light on you when you're crowd surfing.
So I ended
Not
up
when you're
just
outside.
turning around and doing this the whole concert instead to stop being kicked. And then right after that, we went to see A Day to Remember.
This was
And
an event,
there's probably 4,000 people in that crowd. And it
if not
just
more. That was
becomes
crazy.
the biggest mosh pit of your life. And in that, A Day to Remember likes to have their crowd surfers surf
Surfboard.
the surfer. So it's two people crowd surfing now. I'm not the biggest, strongest person in the world. So now I have to help two people up. And then, no offense to this young lady, but the largest young lady in the crowd next to me looked at me and said, "Pick me up." And I'm like, how in the fuck do you want me to pick you up? Like, do you see my arms? I see my arms. I know what I'm capable of. This is not going to work. I then got saved, quote unquote, by a dad with his probably like 2 to 3 year old crowd surfing, and they're going to get dropped. Like, this kid is going to get murdered by the crowd surfer right behind him. His dad does not react at all because he looks like he's out of his mind on something. So I run to protect this little kid, have the person that's falling fall on top of me instead, push the kid out of the way. He's totally fine, escapes unscathed. His dad then proceeds to pick him up, asks people to pick them up, and they crowd surf and get on the camera because it's a dad with his kid crowd surfing while I'm on the floor recovering from being squished. I am now against crowd surfing.
So you just totally get rid of crowd surfing altogether.
Yep, I'm old and cantankerous. Get off my lawn.
Crowd surfing is never going away. It's an iconic thing at concerts. People always do it. It's a kind of a community thing, but like also know who you are and if you can crowd surf, because there's proportions where you shouldn't and you can't. Like, I get it. You want to get up there. You want everyone to be like there, but like also you get to know everyone's gonna be touching you. There's gonna be some weirdos. And I remember my one and only time ever crowd surfing that I'll never do again. I was 17, and I got down and first of all, they didn't put me down where they picked me up, so I was away from my group, and I didn't know where the fuck I was. So already lost. I felt like I was just like molested, and I was confused, and I was just like, I didn't even want to do this. My friends just picked me up as a joke.
Oh, Kyle's friends did pick me up all the time. Like, if you touch me, I'm punching you in the throat.
It sounds like you got in a van with someone. I got lost. I'm confused.
It basically
People are
was. I was like,
touching me.
it's like you're walking down the street, someone picks you up, drives you to another part of the town where you don't know, drops you off, and is like goodbye, and like, you touched my butt, and then you're lost.
At least the security
Do I
guards
still have my wallet?
save you.
Yeah. If you do it, make sure you don't have your wallet or phone on you, because people will try to pickpocket you. I've heard of that, but
Or it'll fall out.
it could fall out depending on your jeans. That's why skinny jeans were so popular, so they can't get in there.
Tight. And they can't really fully grope you as well.
But also, like, crowd surfing, like, I've had it where it's like someone's going over and you're just like, oh, there you, okay, bye, go away. I just, when I did it, I just like flattened out. I was just like, take me away. I don't know what to do. I'm in no control. I'm not gonna try to swim through you. I'm not gonna try to move, because you're over people's most sensitive part of their body, the head. That's where all the important stuff is. A lot of the
For most people.
so really important things are in there. But yeah, no, I mean, it's never gonna go away. You just know your limits, know who you are, know who's around you.
See, I think
It's dangerous.
the common sense rule is if you are over 175 pounds, stay on the ground. That doesn't matter, like, whatever gender you are, I don't care. 175, if you hit that limit, that's you're on the boundary of, you might reach someone that's not going to be able to lift you or carry you.
Yeah.
Whether you're a dude or whether you're a girl. But other than that, I think it, like you said, it's going to be a part of it. It's not going to go away. I was thinking about our A Day to Remember experience, and I was like, I wasn't able to focus on the concert at all because I was too preoccupied looking behind me, making sure someone wasn't going to get dropped or get dropped on me. But at the same time, I was thinking, that's the whole point of live events, and the whole point of it is that this is kind of a part of it as a community venture, and it's part of it, and it is fun. And to be fair, as much as I complain about it, that was the most memorable moment of our experience at Blue Ridge. And looking back, it was a fun story. We laugh about it, and it was a good time. But if you are too heavy, and you even think you're too heavy, don't ask people to lift you up, because you're going to end up with someone and be like, I can't lift you. And it's either going to make you feel bad or you're going to hurt yourself and other people. Just, kind of like what Kel said as well. Know yourself. Know your proportions before you try to hop up there. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I've never crowd surfed. I've always been over 190. I've thought about it, and I'm like, I'm not putting anyone through that. I'm not going to ask
It's an
people to lift me up.
experience.
I can imagine.
I always remember it. It was fun, but the moment you get set down on the ground and you can no longer find the people you're just around people and they just look at you and you're like, I don't know what to do from here. It's no longer fun.
At A Day to Remember, if I had crowd surfed, there was no way I was getting back to Rhett. There was no way. I'd be going to the very back. I'm like, well, I guess this is the concert experience now.
Yep. As soon as you get lifted up, just be like, see you at the car.
That was the coolest thing, though, being in an ocean of people.
Oh, yeah, that was wild.
Aaron texting us,
You
are
always
you
see
guys
those,
alive?
You always see those concerts where it's like this ocean of people. I've always wanted to go to one of those shows. But I've been mid crowds. It's still I would say a lake of people, or a pond. No, more of a lake.
People.
But
I saw this local band with 10 people. We had the craziest stuff. We were all
it was like a pond of people.
It was a puddle even.
That's why I really want to go to a European concert, because they're always at giant venues, it seems.
I feel like
that would be cool.
I feel like if this does go any further, we should and just set up a table and table surf.
No. No. All right, so our next segment, we're kind of we'll brainstorm the title of it, but we'll do it's like the internet exchange, or if you want to get more technical, the pit internet exchange. Where I was scouring the metalcore Reddit post, and one of the questions from the week was, is there a 10 out of 10 album that where there's no skips on the album for you? I have a feeling I know where Kale's going to go.
I know where I'm going to.
I can't. Hold on. You guys go first. That's fine. Everyone knows my sleep token, but let's see if I can find.
No, go with your sleep token. Let's hear it. Convince me.
You already know it. It's even in Arcadia, but I'll find something else. Hold on.
I couldn't actually tell you what that song or album's called. I don't know it.
If that's your album, that's your album, because it is a great album.
It is. It's just a story. There's the only song I know that's not actually a part of the series is Caramel or Caramel, however you want to pronounce it. I do it like Vessel, Caramel.
So.
And that's just about people trying to out him and shit. But that's...
Yeah.
It's just sad. It sucks. But you guys go ahead. Let me find an album that...
That can be your album. You can be the Sleep Token guy. That's fine. I love Sleep Token too. So I'll go first. My initial thought was Wretched and Divine, but then I looked at that album today and I was like, I don't remember half of these songs anymore. And so I went something a little more recent that we kind of touched on, and it was my vote for last year's album of the year, and that was Architects' The Sky, the Earth, All Between. I looked at that album, and I had a green check mark on Spotify for every single song on that album. So for me, that album didn't have a single miss. There's not a song I would skip. But I like Architects. And now Rhett does too. But I'm here for the anarchy, and I'm here for the vibes that all the gods are dead and we're just vibing and trying to survive.
Another concert we could have gone to.
Could have. They'll be back.
I hope so. Um, my choice, funnily enough, that you mentioned it, is definitely Resident Divine. Black Veil Bride's got me into metal. That album, I've probably listened to it through its entirety 100 times.
I used to listen to that in the shower at Boise State, and I'm sure people are like, "What the hell are you listening to?"
That got me through one of my darkest years at Boise State sophomore year, and with just a whole lot of bad shit going on. Um, that album has my all-time probably favorite or most listened to song, and in the end, Wretched Divine, the song that the album's named after, is another great song. Um, it even has like these, because Andy likes to do kind of these intermissions and interludes to talk about how he hates religion or fight the power sort of vibes. Even though the band kind of has religious overtones with how much he admires the Catholic Church. Um, and I know those. I mean, I skipped the interludes and stuff, but I could sing probably every single one of those songs and know majority of the words when the song plays, just as soon as the opening hits wherever you're listening to.
It was a good album. And I listened to it a lot, but I don't think I was to that level. I didn't. That one was probably my favorite album of Black Veil Brides.
That was their best album for sure.
It was so good. All right, Kel, talk about Sleep Token.
I can't remember. I'm trying to find the album name, but it's a Beartooth album. Beartooth.
Which
It's
one?
the one where they did. He was with Hardy. He
Yeah, the last album they did. That was a great album too.
Yeah, that was such a good album.
Most of
Beartooth.
most of those songs were bangers.
I think that's the first
Surface.
one. Huh? It's called Surface.
I think so. Or that's one of the songs.
Let me.
It's got I Think I Might Love Myself. It's got
The Better Me, Riptide, I Was Alive.
Riptide. Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of great songs on that album.
I think the album's called Sunshine.
Yeah, it's called The Surface. The album's The Surface, but
Is it?
no, that was the first. Because remember, I do listen to country sometimes, like when
yeah.
I'm on like a downer side, but
Hardy was just here, man.
oh fuck. But no, that was the first time I remember hearing that song, and then I remember hearing Hardy, and I was just like, "What the absolute fuck?" And it was like the first time I heard like metal and country mix, and I was so stoked. And I was like showing all my friends, and they were like, "You're weird." I'm like, "I know." But I was so stoked. The album I can listen to all the time. I love all of Beartooth. So I can't think of a bad song right now off the top of my head because I probably blocked it out. But
They have a lot of good ones.
Just
I wasn't
a bad one.
I wasn't the biggest fan of Free, their newest one. One of their newest ones. Pure Ecstasy I liked, but Free wasn't my favorite. But they have a lot of bangers. There's a lot of Beartooth on my like songs.
I mean, if you guys want, I can talk about Sleep Token, their new album. And I mean, it's like it got multiple awards. It was like one of the top shows at one of what's that giant festival last year? I was in Britain, and like everyone was bitching about it.
I have absolutely no idea.
No, but they were like on the main stage and like one of the top performers.
I mean,
they literally came from like making TikTok music, and everyone was just like, "Oh, it's for sexy time." And it's just like, yeah, they play sexy riffs, but holy fuck, they're emotional. Like, I've had some nights where I've had some hard times, and I just sit in my car and like I'll smoke a cigarette. Even though I keep saying I quit, but every now I'll smoke a cigarette and just listen to Sleep Token, and I look like a fucking loser in my parking lot, but.
Just like the army days.
Oh, so much. I would spend hours in my truck. But yeah, no, like they're just emotional, and like they have like some like, it's like, I don't know. They really put emotion in their song and the story they tell, and how they just they don't want to be recognized, so they just put the mask on. They don't really talk. They just sing. Their outfit choices are fucking sick. Their staging's awesome.
Yeah.
And I got really obsessed with the drumming, and I looked at Two's setup, and it is insane to look at, and the amount of stuff he does within a show. he's in control of so many sound bites and just like if you get a chance, look at his like setup and how
He's
he drums and.
he's got a crazy setup because the weatherman here, he's a drummer and he tries to replicate it a little bit, and it's just crazy.
And he's just a short king, dude. Fucking rise up. He's got attitude. There's this one scene where it's like him walking to the end of the stage and he just struts it like a runway. And everyone's just like, oh my god. It's just like, yeah. Dude, he's a fucking short king and he fucking rules. I'm obsessed with two. He's like my favorite of the Vessels.
He does seem to have the coolest vibe. Although their bassist, who's that, 3 or whatever? He seems
No,
pretty
4 is
fun,
the bassist.
4 is the bassist. I like 4. I don't know. I can't keep up with it.
No,
I like
the names are just fun to me.
But the lore, I'm a little lost with the lore and stuff.
I know
yes,
the lore pretty well. I might be wrong on who's
It was a great album though. When that came out, I was like, well, Architects definitely isn't getting album of the year. That's all right though.
I think
It got it in my heart.
I only have
you're right, it is
2
pretty
albums
fun.
that are 10 out of 10s, like all the way through
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Wait, Sea Token?
No, like of all the music I like, I think there's only 2 metal albums that I like would say I enjoy every single song on this album, and my other is Popular Monster by Falling Reverse. I love that album.
Ooh, I haven't
Popular
heard
Monster.
Falling
Was
Reverse
that the-
ever.
Was that the one? Which album was that? Was that the 2013?
It was the one that they released. No, it's the latest album that they released like 2 years ago.
the
But
newest one.
technically, Popular Monster, the name from the album, was released as a single like
that's
6
the
years before the album was
Oh,
fully come
yeah.
out. Which, alright, kind of getting annoyed with artists these days, just releasing singles and then eventually
And
we'll
then
collect them
putting
into
one
an
album.
album. But
That was annoying. Because Beartooth did that, and I was like, all these are singles that I've already heard, except for like 4 songs.
yeah,
But Popular Monster was good. I just looked at it, looked it up. That was a solid album. He hasn't released anything in a little bit, which is surprising. So
that's
I would
'cause he's
expect
touring so much now.
I'm still expecting something new pretty soon.
I hope so.
At least a single. I would.
I
Expect
mean,
something new.
God is a Weapon dropped last year or this year? I think it dropped in February.
It was last year.
Was
It
it?
was last year. That's not a 2026 album, is it?
God is
If
a
so,
Weapon was a
then maybe
single
yes.
with Marilyn
God,
Manson, which I was surprised that he got out of being cancel cultured after.
Oh, yeah, that was this year, wasn't it? Never mind. I'm an idiot.
No. That's one thing I do want to learn off of doing this podcast. If like even if like it doesn't go anywhere, I want to learn like the process of music making. Like where does it start? Like does it start like with a riff at first, or like do you make the song like the words and then the riff, or
I've
like
heard a
that's
lot
something I
of
really
people.
want to learn.
I've heard a lot of people make the riffs first, and then they just kind of do a noise, like and then they fill in words after the fact.
I don't know. I'm excited to like learn more about bands and like how they do so because I feel like bands
Yeah.
with like different bands do it different ways.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'm really excited to learn about and excited to share more on this podcast.
As long
as they're not using
that dang AI, we'll be happy. No
There's
AI
a lot of AI
bands.
music.
There's a lot.
And
There's a lot. It's
I
getting
hate-
bad. What's sad is some of it's
sucks.
good.
It sucks that some of it's good because like have you heard the thong song? Oh,
Yes. I have heard the
I don't
song.
have any of the social medias, so I don't know what you guys are talking about.
But yes, AI music is out there. Some of it's good. Like I was vibing to the Puerto Rico song, even though it goes against everything I stand for with AI music. But
He
was
likes
funny.
to
It was
subject
enjoyable.
I've
people.
heard the Puerto Rico's.
Oh, Kyle will send it to you, and then you'll have it stuck in your head, even though you don't have a TikTok.
Sure
Well,
will.
in case you'd have a TikTok.
All right, let's get to our last.
Sorry, one of my neighbors lives in a
segment.
Paramore right now, which is weird.
That is weird, ironic.
There's a Paramore across the hall.
It's a sign. Haley Williams, she's still a babe.
It's gorgeous. Oh,
Anyway, let's get to our final segment. Hot takes. We as a group, as a fandom, like people that like metal, you gotta have better hygiene. When we were at Electric Cowboy, he made us get low, and there was a bigger man in front of me, and I could smell ass, and it was not great. It was BO ass. I felt like I was at a Comic-Con or a furry convention. You could take like I get it. It was hot that day. We're sweaty. We're sweaty in the venue, but there's no reason for you to smell that bad. Like I shouldn't smell just pure bo. So take care of that, people. Have some.
That's your incentive to get to the front.
Have some dignity. I don't like being at the front. I
We're
did the
not
front
really
in
people that
college.
push all the way to the front.
I did the front in college, and I as much as I love getting squished on the rail, not my.
You gotta
favorite.
ride the rail. That might be a dubstep. That might be a EDM thing.
That is an EDM thing.
It's not. I went to in Boise. I went to a Word Alive concert with Born of Osiris, and I was right up front, and I was getting destroyed the entire time because the whole crowd's when they mosh. Just because you're not in the mosh doesn't mean you're not getting pushed. And when the crowd moves, you're getting squished against the metal rail fence. It's not great.
See, I love a good mosh. I don't like a surprise mosh. Like you gotta form the ring before you start swinging, because I've seen
Surprise
it where
mosh
like a guy
sucks.
will like it's just you're just hanging out and the guy in front of you just gets whacked. And you're like, oh, we're making a mosh pit.
Some poor
We're also
14-year-old
just
girl
forms.
just gets murdered.
Yeah, and it just forms right on you, and you're like, I don't want to be a part of this.
I remember first time seeing a
Or
wall
not.
happen, and I didn't know what was happening.
Good times.
And I was just like, is he gonna come down and start singing like down here? And I was like on the like I was on one of the walls like facing everyone, and like they're like, get ready. I'm like, is he coming down here? Oh my goodness! And then everyone just started running. I was like, ah! I was drug along.
Good time. At least you weren't right in the middle, just waiting.
Oh no, dude. Wall of
No,
Death
I
is
feel
the
like
best.
I feel like I would have gotten a hint at some point.
You would hope. But
Ugh.
good times. Well, we'll wrap it up there. I feel like this has been a good episode, a good first episode. Good way to establish ourselves and probably immediately get canceled by Taylor Swift fans and Travis Scott fans and who I called unhygienic.
I need you to take the camera off this. I can't be seen. I have a job.
So if you'd like to cancel us, well, you can find our email at the
You gotta
bottom
watch
of our
us first.
YouTube page. You gotta watch all the way to this point first. But anyway,
Alright.
this has been
Gotta
the
put a
Wall
picture send Kyle.
of Death podcast. You can find clips of the podcast on all the socials, TikTok, Instagram, they'll be there. You can find full episodes on YouTube, on Spotify. And then, if you want to hear the songs that we brought up and the songs that we're listening to, we created a playlist called the Wad Pod Bangers. So follow that as well. Give it a listen. And otherwise, we'll see you guys next Friday. Catch you later.
Guys, the Wad Pod already
Yeah.
exists.
You guys can say goodbye.
Oh, I was...
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Jeez.